But I mean, PD needs you, so you know.
They need me until they don't, and the moment
Yeah,
they want
but
to chew me out or chew me and spit me out is, I guess, the day that it'll be my last day. But
it's not just that PD needs you, it's just a lot of us need you in
hmm.
that position. And I know it's a lot of weight to carry, but you know, when the good ones start falling off, then it just turns into pure chaos.
No, you're not wrong, and I mean that's the confidence that keeps me going. Is I know that people need me, and I know that and I'm not here to boast my ego, but I know I'm better than most people when it comes to giving people the time of day.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, go have your talk and we will conclude this for now and I will talk to you later.
Yeah, sounds good, Pixie.
All right.
If you need anything on your end, you let me know, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. You take care.
All right, bye.
Oh man, that was a good conversation with Pixie. It was more just Flop venting, but Flop talking to a therapist. Flop's now about to learn about more bullshit. Honestly, we should have spoke to Duncan first because Duncan's about to lay on some more shit, and then yeah. That's all Duncan does. That's a crazy thing to say, considering Duncan is actually like Flop's best friend right now. Duncan? Honestly, outside the realm of, the aura about Duncan, he's the only one that's defending Flop to other people, which is commendable.
Hello.
Hey, I'm at your office.
All right, I'll be there soon. I had to make a detour.
No, you're good. I'll be here. I'll see you
All
soon.
right.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Before we start this conversation, I gotta take a piss. Give me like 30 seconds.
All right, Thank you for coming to the Mackenzie Hayes Memorial Park. She would probably scream right now if she was here. Duncan, I'm not dead. Quit telling people I died.
God damn it, Duncan. Sorry. I had a thought about something. What was that?
I said, welcome to the Mackenzie Hayes Memorial Park. And if she was here right now, she would say, Duncan, quit telling people I died. I'm not dead.
God damn it. Is that your car?
Yes.
Nice car. So what's up, Duncan? Sorry, I was having a long conversation with Pixie. Just not even venting, just more talking about everything because she noticed earlier that I was not doing okay.
Yeah, I was with Slacks and he saw me on the phone, and the thing he was talking about was kind of sensitive, so he was trying to do that like I don't trust you shit. So he's like, "Who were you on the phone with?" And I said, "I assure you, it had nothing to do with this." And he was like, "Who?" I was like, "Flop." And I think he was mad because it seemed more like he thought I was making fun of you for that, but I was informing you that it actually happened.
Yeah, maybe that's the way I explained it, but I told him, I'm like, no, I mean, Duncan was fine. I said, don't crucify him. He's a good one.
Yeah, no,
So
if anything, that was supposed to be a jab at Bay, who I'm gonna be honest. Um,
listen,
her going on the radio and passively aggressively going, uh, I need 77s over here. There's no actives going on.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
Which is crazy because she had 4 units on her for a drug call. Uh, which last time I checked, that's
sufficient.
sufficient. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on duty for less time than I was doing the FOIAs. Literally, you called me not 30 seconds after I had clocked in. I literally clocked on my phone by the garage, parked my car, and you called me as I walked through the double doors in the motor pool. Couldn't have been more than 30 seconds. But
Yeah, the reason I called you is because I went to what I did was I heard her say that. I was like, I'm gonna check who's on duty right now and see. I want to get a grasp of why that passive aggressive comment you made. I saw 3 other units with her, but it's one of those object permanence moments where if I don't see them, they don't exist. Because Decker was strategically placed on the other side of the canal, which is a smart thing. Because if they go in the water, there's someone on the other side there. But then I saw Flop, and I was like, "Oh fuck! Flop just clocked on. He's on the roof. I gotta call him."
yeah, no, you kind of, I mean, you maybe saved me a little bit. I don't know.
I was like, "Holy shit! It happened again."
Dude, is it not sad just how gun shy people have to be about doing their fucking job? I'm in the clothes that I'm in right now. None of my
Oh,
gear.
I said, "Kit, you want to talk?" She's like, "Yeah, let's go off duty first, so we don't get yelled at."
It's
It's
amazing.
not just you. It's not just you.
It literally, the PD has has created a culture. And I'm going to tell you that 77, 78 announcement, there is not a snowball's chance in hell. Not a snowball's chance in hell it wasn't because of my situation. If you're not going to respond to calls, there's other people that want to do this job.
It's funny because she said that, and I was next to Slacks and another officer who were discussing an investigation that takes longer than 1 day.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
yeah.
I was thinking to myself, okay, you want to tell Slacks that he's being useless right now? Go on, pop off, Queen. Tell Slacks he's being useless right now. And then also, the only other person who wasn't there, that was at Mr. PD, was your own Eclipse member. He useless?
Who, Declan?
Yeah, he was at MRPD.
Damn, I should have reported him for and recommended daps for him.
No, you can't fight fire with fire, Flop. We gotta look. You read the report. There's a better way to do this.
There is.
Which, speaking of, yes, Hayes is leaving.
Yeah,
Yes,
that upsets me a
there's
lot.
nothing you can do about it. Yes, everything that has been tried has already been tried. There's nothing you can do that hasn't already been tried. If you don't think that me and Anita did everything we could, literally exhausted all avenues to try and solve it, it's it's an unwinnable thing. It's not like an unwinnable thing that is because she's impatient or whatever. It's just an unwinnable thing.
It is what it is.
She's already pulled her interest. She already spoke to Barrick and said, "I'm pulling my interest," and he did this thing, um, which I wanted to clown on him for, but honestly, I really can't. But she said to her, "Give me a week." A week came and went, and he brought nothing.
Yeah, gave him a week. Hope it helped.
I know you're probably late to this. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Honestly, this was a little semi my fault because there were Pixie wanted to talk and it was just timing of everything, but it's all
I
good.
mean, like sorry you're late to hearing about that. You
Oh,
know, it's the whole Hayes thing is all said and done. We fucking tried. I tried everything you could possibly think of, Flop.
I'm gonna try
I
and have one.
tried
I'm gonna try
so
and have
hard.
one more conversation with Hayes. I'll do my best to see if I can make that happen. Probably not, but
Is it going to be a conversation where it's
no.
goodbye, or I'm going
It,
to try and fix this for you?
no, I'm probably just gonna say goodbye. It sounds like you guys have done everything you could have, and I respect that.
Just trust me when I say,
Every avenue was
the,
exhausted.
the last avenue was give me a week, and that one did
Went
not
by.
shape itself.
Yeah. To change the topic a little bit, so what's going on? So Max is going around talking shit, and you said you had to defend me twice today?
I had to defend you twice, not today, but yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
So talking to Cletus, and he was like, he, I don't know how we got to the subject of like leadership, right? He said leadership's bad, and then I said, okay, name what's bad, or he said okay. Here's what he said. He said something like, "There's like 3 to 5 good leaders, and that's about it." And I said, "Okay, name them." And then he named everyone except you and Viv and Slacks. So I was like, "Okay, is it 3 to 5, or is it everyone except these 3 that you don't like?" And I had to defend Viv, I had to defend Slacks, and I had to defend you for various different reasons. Um, for Slacks, he didn't like that Slacks delegated something to a senior instead of doing it himself.
That's his job.
Uh,
What?
yeah. To which I ran into that same issue today with Slacks, but albeit, I said, you don't have to solve it. Just get the other person's. You're the officer making the complaint. Get his side first before you go to delegate it to a senior. Just to realize if it's something that he genuinely did or something that you misinterpreted.
When I had an officer
But
complaint early on, Turner was still around. I got statements from both officers, and I went to Turner and I said, "Hey, another captain's name is on this. I don't feel comfortable being the one to do the internal investigation. All the note taking is done. Here you go."
yeah, for the thing earlier today, Slack should have did that, which is he was the one making the complaint, so he should have asked the other officer, "Hey, did I see the right thing, or did you actually do this?" And then pass it to a senior. The thing Corner was talking about, genuinely, it was a situation where he had both sides and he was delegating it to a senior like he should, but Corner was like, no, he should take care of it himself. For you and Viv, it's the time old classic of reports equal value to the PD.
Yep. I've heard that one before because I forgot. You have to be a paper pusher. You have to be first on scene every time. You gotta lead everything. You have to do everything. As long as you
No,
can
but
do
now
everything.
they changed the goal. Now if you're just added it to officers involved, it still doesn't make it better. I am over this reports equal value because I can tell you, me dealing with Salim Windar doing
Oh
something,
God,
and
fucking
then
bless you. Holy
going to
fuck that guy.
the cell rep, and then the subsequent bench trial, I have contributed more to that police work for that day than the person who caught him, didn't write a statement, and then went and started another active. But that person also gets more reports made or involved in more things, so therefore their value is better.
Yep. Unfortunately, no matter how it's viewed or how it's looked, they don't want people that sit in an office who are good at that shit to you know, do anything. And it's unfortunate. I'm not a patrol cop. I'll tell anyone that. My expertise is not in patrol. Do I know it well enough to get by? 100%. Am I confident in the calls that I'll make? 100%. But if the choice was to attach to a call or get a 2-hour meeting done, I'm going to do the 2-hour meeting.
Are you still a senior?
Unfortunately. Yeah, they haven't given me punishment yet, which I'm, Duncan, I'll be honest. If they couldn't figure out an answer by now,
They forgot about it. They moved on.
they either forgot about it or I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna be harsh right now. I was on a phone call with someone who more or less admitted to me that they stabbed someone who is now an officer. And it's way past statute, and the officer that looked into it essentially, in their words, were so full sure that they did it, but no one was ever brought into interrogation, no bolo questioning, anything like that. They sort of just gave up on it after like maybe a day. People, most of the time, if the day ends, they forget about it. They move on.
I'm of the mindset that they either moved on or they can't come up with an answer or something conclusive.
Or they just don't. They don't. Most of the time, they don't care, right?
The problem that I'm dealing with is that I asked the commanding officer that took this IA, or I guess this internal sort of complaint, and I asked him, I said, what am I looking at for punishment? He said, at minimum, demotion. I'm going to rephrase that. He didn't say at minimum. He said demotion. They came up with that conclusion without having talked to me. Excuse me. Which means that either other people in shift 2 also had that conclusion and had not talked to me, or no one cares enough to get my side. Can I recall everything that happened? No. Can I recall literally every single little fucking thing that occurred that day? No. Do I know the last four of Declan's social? No. But I know my side. And I've told it to you. I've told it to commanding officers. Sorry, commanding officer. Because I hate to say it. Not a single person outside of one Shift 2 command member has approached me about this. And I'm going to be blunt, Duncan. The PD's concern is that there's a click between shifts. But no one wants to say it out loud. A hard to swallow pill, and I don't care to fucking say it. I don't have this problem in shift 3, and I actually don't have this problem in shift 1 either.
The only clicks right now in the PD are Eclipse and Dap Street Boys.
Yeah. I just don't understand why the 2 hours I spend in shift 2 is where I have all my problems. Explain that to me. I spend
Because you're dealing with the 2 hours of shift 2 that you're in is Eclipse hours. Like the biggest problems right now in the police department are the 2 clicks. It's not the shifts. It's not the shifts they're in. It's the clicks, and when they're around, they cause the biggest problems. The Dap Street Boys cause the biggest problems for Shift 1 command.
Remember that one time when Eclipse got a tag? Not to cut you off. And was it you that spoke up and said, why do we need to have a tag? Isn't everyone just going to want a fucking tag? I forget if that was you that said that in the meeting, but someone said, if we give them a tag...
I pop off a lot, probably.
Yeah. When the Eclipse tag was made, someone spoke up in the meeting and was like, why the fuck is why are we giving them an Eclipse tag that's just going to create... Everyone's going to want a tag. And I hate to say it, I'm not a saint in that regard either, because I didn't actually see the vision down the road, but I didn't realize that giving something a tag and kind of making it exclusive, we are, as a PD, inherently creating a fucking clique in the PD. That's a fact.
Yeah, right now your biggest issue, Flop, and you and I think Viv have a similar issue. There's a clique that does not like you, and it's a very small one, but they're very loud and they stand together. And their goal is to team up against you and make you miserable. And those cliques, since they're big, commander or supervisor will hear them and go, "Oh, if multiple people are saying it, they must be right." The Dap Street Boys, the Dap Street Boys in cooperation with the mayor, also him coming to the meetings and shitting on people. The Dap Street Boys and the mayor are making Viv public enemy #1, and Eclipse is making you public enemy #1 in 2 different times of the day.
Yeah.
And you know what the result of it is?
This? 2 guys sitting under a bridge having a conversation?
Yeah. Let me ask you something, Flop. Be truthful with me. Have you thought about quitting?
Numerous times.
That's the result. Is if we keep losing people, and we don't gain more people, and we're losing people that are good because a clique is driving them out.
I know. Listen.
Eclipse.
I know what the answer is, and I know that honestly, my honest takeaway to it is me just turning around and saying fuck it. I'd rather listen. At this point, I'd rather them fire me than me walk away. Me walking away does nothing.
I said this the other day that you quitting, you'll be replaced easily by 2 people,
man,
and
fuck!
the only impact you'll have is in the people around you that want to be around you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if shift 2 is the issue, you know what the result is? I start my day 3 hours later. I don't show up to shift 2 anymore. Gunner 3 incoming. Oh shit!
Some people
Official?
are stuck in the shift when they're stuck.
Don't lie to me. Official?
The few hour block they have with the people that are in them.
Oh man.
Some people don't have the privilege to just be able to start, their shift at a different time. So if it's not you and Viv, who's next?
Oh, good shit,
they
dude.
Get rid of Viv. If they drive Viv out, who's next? Anita?
I'll be honest, I don't see Viv, and I don't ever see Anita. I saw Anita for the first time during Academy.
Well, that's because you guys are in 2 different time zones.
Yeah. Actually, we're in the same time zone. I'm just a polar opposite bitch. But I don't know. I think the reality is this. Is that, and maybe this is the way that I see it. If this is what broke the camel's back, having a gun out because I couldn't trust an officer who was failing to act as an officer on a scene, for them to bitch out the PD the entire time, and then to top it all off, go to the shift 3 meeting, sit down and say it had nothing to do with the turbo. You're all misunderstanding. It was the incompetency of the PD that resulted in that. To some degree, defending Lenny for shooting 2 cops was everything that I needed to know about that situation. Zero empathy to the 4 cops in the ICU, 2 by the results of his own. If that man has no remorse for that, the fact he still has a job is surprising to me.
He did this thing today when the hurricane came in.
Tara, you've done nothing but talk a lot of shit.
I guess he
let the man roleplay and play his character.
I guess he saw Lenny and he fell off the roof. And I said to Slacks, it's crazy these guys worship the guy who shot you.
Say that again?
It's crazy that they worship the guy who shot you. When I said to Slacks.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to be rehired.
If they rehire him, oh man, I don't care to be the loud one in the room.
No, here's the problem, right? I'll tell you this right now. They rehire him after he goes through an expungement, he gets rehired, and he comes to the meetings or whatever, and he's like, "I'm back, guys." Huh? If you show any sort of unhappiness with that, or that it's a slap in our face or whatever, you're gonna be the bad guy, because that was like a month ago. He went through an expungement. People can change.
Yeah,
we believe in second chances.
I hate how good that impression was.
We are
that was
sitting in the Mackenzie Hayes Memorial Park.
There's a homeless man getting high on the couch behind us.
Yeah. Why do you think I called this place the Mackenzie Hayes Memorial Park?
Is this how we're gonna... Are all these people under this bridge ex-officers that didn't make it?
No, this is called the Mackenzie Hayes Memorial Park because this is where me and Hayes just have heavy conversations.
Fair enough.
And also because there's a bunch of trash, and she's like...
Trash panda, yeah. Yeah.
That's her whole thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, she would just pick up things off the ground because she's like, it needs to be thrown away in the trash.
Oh, God.
And she would have so much fun with the litter bandit if she was an officer.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, yeah, second chances and all that. I mean, we have Gregory Johnson now. I mean, Lenny's next.
I think the comparison to what happened with Gregory and what happened with Shiesty and what happened with Lenny are so polar opposite effect. But the issue that I fall in line with, and the issue that I'm taking away from it, is that if Lenny does get hired back, I'm going to keep using if, because I am an optimist to say that there's no way that they would ever let that back in. But I lived the day where you get to walk up to me and say, "Flop, I told you so." I have no problem every time he makes a snarky comment. Not even, like, no warning. I'll just start sending him off duty.
Oh, you can't do that.
Why?
Best friend Bones won't allow that. Actually, I'm going to say this today because I was with Slacks when it happened. And I said, why didn't any seniors or command members say anything? I heard Declan say over the radio, did anyone protect Bay's car? Yes. Good. I guess no one's getting shot today. I waited like 15 seconds to hear anyone say anything. And then I said on the radio, inappropriate joke. Guess who Declan was riding with?
Bones.
Bones.
Yeah, that's no surprise. I'm not. Oh man. God, I hate how funny that was.
Look, Flop, I know we're being all negative right now, but the best thing that we can do, the best thing we can do,
Be paper pushers.
no,
Oh.
the best thing we can do,
Ignore FOIAs and anything else other than patrol.
no. No, actually, I would go as far as saying to keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what makes you happy, and ignore the bullshit, and focus on the things that you can fix. You cannot fix Declan. You cannot fix Bay. You cannot fix any people's attitudes. What you can do,
But we can fix Lenny
is,
and we should hire him back.
oh, you can't even fix the fact that he can be hired back. Look, there's things you just can't fix. Okay?
Oh, shit.
Is focus on the things we can fix.
Till they
And
fire you,
enjoy the
yeah.
things that we can enjoy with the people we want to enjoy it around, and see if we can spread that sort of positive mindset as wide as we can, so we can make our own. I'm not gonna say it's a clique. I'm gonna say it's an idea, a mutual idea between officers. They're not in a clique. They don't necessarily have to be friends. It's just the idea is, hey, we support each other, and we communicate. That's a big thing too. It's not written in that guidance report that I sent you, but the biggest thing that Hayes told me to do is communicate and do the opposite of this. We talk to every single person but the person we have an issue with. We communicate with the people we have issues with.
Yo,
I
wait,
will
what's up,
communicate
dude?
with
Hey,
Bay,
dude, brother.
with
Thank you for the
Declan,
7 months.
and something doesn't happen. I did it over
we
the
get some
radio. I
hearts in
said
chat?
inappropriate joke. I could have just went, Slack, did you hear that shit? What the fuck is wrong with these guys? But instead, I didn't. I waited until a command member did it, and then I did it.
Yeah.
Communicate, get people's sides. It doesn't matter if other people aren't doing it, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It's okay for it to be not perfect, and it's okay for others to care about things that they only care about. It's okay for others to be selfish, because it's not going to be perfect, and we can't move mountains one day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I'm still doing my thing. And I think the problem that I'm dealing with is that I'm not upset with anything that I've done. I do it all over again. I'm just a little, how do I say this? Peeved that my justification has been blown so out of proportion to the point where I'm kind of numb to it. At this point, I'm willing to walk in a room, look at every member of command and say, give me my fucking punishment. I want to move on from this. I don't care anymore. And let them do their worst. Because I would sleep better at night knowing that this shit is done than having to deal with the mayor berating. And not to throw more fuel on an already very big fire. But how did Max find out about the FOIA thing?
Dap Street Boys, the people who love to talk to him, because in the FOIA flop thing in the same meeting, he also said, "Why is Shift 1 targeting Denzel?" It's the Dap Street Boys.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's these two cliques.
I'm just trying to make my point is not about the clicks. I don't really care. The point that I'm making is if we want to talk about a real problem in the PD, why is an internal investigation not internal? That's a problem. That is inherently a problem.
Actually, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. The PCP is over. Max is no longer the police boss.
Is that official? Is that done?
His initial term is over. He's on his second term. The PCP is not in effect. per the way that is written, he is not in effect. However, he still has some sort of control as he controls our budget. So therefore, that's why the quota system still exists.
Is he trying to get that reinstated though?
Probably, but at the same time, he also has followers within the police department that he can still keep an ear to the ground on and have people come back to him. And then he can then use the fact that he can change our salary to enact change and split us up, because they can just be like, much like he's doing to the EMS and doctors, he can just lower our pay and say this is Flop's fault, or lower it and say this is Viv's fault. So naturally, instead of him doing it about it, it's the other people in the police department mad that their pay is lower, not mad at him that he did it, but mad that Viv did it, or Flop did it, or whoever else his target is.
You know what I just found out?
What's that?
Did you hear about the situation with EMS and doctors?
Yes.
Do you know his reasoning?
No.
His reasoning is that apparently there was some voter fraud because an email chain for doctors apparently leaked or something. And Max's reasoning to deduct pay was over some bullshit. Now, I don't know how public that is, so probably keep that to yourself for now, but that is what I heard. And
It's not very public, so you keep that to yourself as well.
Okay.
Actually knows, but was poker facing.
Yeah, okay, bud. But when I heard about it, I said, okay, that sounds fucking illegal. He doesn't like somebody, so he's deducting the pay for everybody, and he's doing it based on inconclusive evidence because he is not in the position to conclude an internal investigation on the doctors to prove that, and he's only willing to lift it if that doctor's willing to admit to it.
Well, much like his attack on Shift 1, I think there's a clear reason for that. Flop, it's very simple. Hey, 1 to 2 doctors did something that really upset me, so all of you and the EMS that have nothing to do with doctors have to suffer, and you don't blame me, blame them. And this is going to be a test to see if they do what he wants, which is to target the people he doesn't like by turning people against them because of money, because money is the root of all evil, or to see if they all stand together and say, yeah, no, Max is bullshit, which it looks like they are, unlike the police department, very staunchly on the Max is bullshit train. As with the police department, ooh, you lowered my pay, therefore you're bad.
It's okay. I can't wait for him to turn around and say something so I could tell him that I voted for him.
Here's the thing, Flop. If you're not getting the quota points, you're useless.
I did about 30 traffic stops within 2 days. I think he'll figure it out.
That's the thing too, and I've heard the narrative, especially from Cornwood, who, when he was coming at Viv, pointed out that most of her reports were traffic stops. Apparently, traffic stops is useless as well. If you're not on the big chase for the money orders or whatever the fuck else, then you're useless.
Listen, keep it at 0.1. I'll rack up 5. I'll get 5 quota points just on traffic stops alone. What the fuck am I listening to right now? Do you hear this?
I don't know. I know what I'm doing, Flop.
You going to bed?
No.
I'm going to bed.
It's too late. It's too late to go to bed.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'm just going to ignore the bullshit.
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna ignore the bullshit.
Come on, share the love.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
What? What?
I thought this guy was someone listening to our conversation.
I told you there was a homeless guy sitting on the back of this couch.
God, he's just high.
I'm sitting next to him.
Daddy gotta get paid.
He just like me for real.
FR, dead homies.
And all my dead homies. I'll say this much. You do have to wrap up soon. I do need to. I'm about an hour over my my initial gotta go time, but
Hey, you signed up for that knowing you were talking to me.
yeah, but I'm letting you know that I need a cutoff point.
Yeah. I'll just leave it at this. Look, like I said, whenever I feel myself straying off, I take a look back what that report. I'm just gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to do what I always did. I was never a uh, I was never a pursuit, must pit, get arrested at all costs
Time
guy.
to pay your taxes.
Never will be. And if they don't like that, or they don't like that I'm not churning out 60 reports, then I do, dear God, hope that there is some lawyers that will FOIA their reports and absolutely destroy them in appeals because they don't work on their, they speed run the process and they don't get the actual PC for the arrest. Even if they have it, they're not taking their time.
Quantity over quality will never progress a PD.
Yeah, high quality over quantity.
Yep.
I take my time, and I don't. You know what else? I'm probably assuming that a lot of the people that probably get the big constant back-to-back stuff,
You gotta
when they're
go.
told lawyer or bench trial, they try to pass off that 95 to someone else.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How do I always end up with a Salim cell rep?
I don't know. Same reason I always deal with the community.
When okay, granted, I would also pass off a community member to you.
Yeah, fuck you. I appreciate it, but fuck you.
I need money for the bus.
You need money for the bus? I got you. How much is the bus ticket? Like $5?
You are more.
There you go.
Yeah, you are more.
Oh my god!
You are more perceptive than I am.
I killed him!
I did not know that guy was there this whole time.
Well, he gone now. He's just $5 on the fucking ground. Shit!
Here, funny story is, me and Hayes were here one day having a conversation, and some guy biked through and said, "Sorry, didn't mean to disturb your home." Like we lived here or something.
Jesus.
We also were both dressed like we were homeless.
Insane. Duncan, I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll catch up and talk more soon. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, keep plugging forward. It's just a shitstorm.
Honestly, Flop, continue to start your shift 2 hours earlier. Do your thing. Don't spend too much time on the roof, but
Oh, I don't. I drive home now. I take a slow fucking drive to work, and as soon as I get in through the door, apparently that don't do good enough.
no, okay, Flop. That was me.
Why are you
being
ending?
facetious. She didn't
I have my
pick you out
appointment
of the
tomorrow
crowd, but
morning for my
She did have 3 other
my
people with
foot.
her, and
I gotta go meet the
made a
surgeon,
passive-aggressive
or
comment
go meet
saying,
a surgeon and let them do
Nemo
like X-rays and
77's
shit.
at the drug sale call. There's no other actives going on. He.
Oh yeah.
And then it was she didn't look at your blip, or maybe she did. Maybe she saw Flop and was like, he's doing FOIAs again. But
I hope she complains. Honestly, ain't no way you're about to pick up that homeless man's money. He said it was for a bus ticket. What the fuck? Like sleep. If you want to call me after I enter, I don't mind calling you. I am gonna need to get some sleep, but yeah.
well, see ya, Flop.
Duncan, I will talk to you soon. All right.
Oh yeah, hey, don't quit.
If the glove don't fit.
No, don't quit. You won't make an impact on anyone if it's
Oh
some
yeah,
sort
no.
of
Quitting is a waste of my fucking time.
make them run you out.
They're gonna need a sad, incapable reason to get rid of me, and when they do, that's up for them to decide and try and defend. If I walk away, that's my choice, and no one's gonna defend my choice. But they will defend me if anything. So it's all good.
I almost made an out-of-pocket joke.
Don't worry. If I want to walk out, I'll just shoot somebody. Apparently that's the quickest way. Oh shit, dude. All right. Fuck. Oops. I am definitely not paying attention. What the fuck, man? God damn, dude. I am interested to see what happens. I have a feeling that Flop is gonna just be under wraps for some stupid shit, probably. But from a character stance, Flop is just kind of over it. He's kind of whatever with the PD. But at the same time, he ain't out here looking to get fired for it. He's just, or he's not out here looking to walk away for it. He's out here looking to get fired for it, if anything. Senior Officer Flop is going out in style. Yeah. Can't wait to see where it goes. I think it's going to be a good one. I think overall the encompassing, end to the spiral is going to be interesting. I don't know. Flop becomes a doctor? Absolutely not. Every time we go to the hospital, it's like just people like getting out of a bed and like beating the shit out of each other again. It's like it's kind of insane, to be honest. EMS Flop round 2. I haven't given I really haven't given it thought as to what Flop would do, but figure it out. He ain't gone yet, and he's not gonna turn to fucking crime and start whipping out ARs and shooting people. But I do think that there is a level of interest, and I'm seeing a lot of people make comments. This is the reality of the situation, and anybody can agree with this. Max is inherently a shit mayor. Moon is a great role player. He plays Max exactly how Max should be played. But there's no denying that Max is a shit mayor. But he does the part well. The mayor needs to be a little corrupt for great storylines. I don't think that to be actually the case. I actually don't agree with that. I don't think you need to be corrupt to create story as mayor. I will say that the way that Max is doing it, here's the thing with Max's timeline. In Max's timeline, Max is more effectively, Max to me is final boss mayor, right? Like, in my head, Max is like the last mayor. But Max being the first mayor just means that the mayhem starts a little fucking earlier, and I'm not against it. Only toe in government. Oh, dude, fuck off. I am not. Nope. I'm not leaving this car here. I don't want to park it either, though, because as soon as I park it, it's gonna, you know. People going against Max have done more actually corrupt things. I don't really care what they've done or who's done what. The main and I'm gonna say only point that I think should be addressed is that the way that anyone pre 4.0 feels about Max is that we hired a terrorist and now we're supposed to trust him as a leader. And the return on that is that it's actually not that good of a look for the PD. But don't make it wrong. It just, you know. Oh, look, it's what Ziggy fucking littered. I'm being a nosy bitch. Hold on. Ooh. Nothing cool. Tap water. Anything else nosy to search through? Oh yeah, the blueprint's still there. No one comes over here. Did Ziggy fix the 5M ban? Unfortunately, no. And I told Ziggy, and I'm gonna throw it out there again. I am all in to be doing variety for the foreseeable, probably later on, because I don't want Ziggy to feel like he's out of the loop for 2 weeks while he's dealing with the ban. To be clear, not a NoPixel ban, a 5M ban. But I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here because I have my doctor's appointment tomorrow. Not even tomorrow, later today. Banned for what? 5M banned him for it was an honest mistake, but 5M don't do shit about bans. So I do need to go so that I can make my appointment. So I'm gonna get out of here. But dudes, if you're new, happen to be enjoying your stay, hit the follow button. Love to see you come back. All that shit. Join Discord. Please join Discord. Please, 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 God, join Discord. It is going to be where you're going to hear about things first. And follow me on Twitter as well. Also, if you haven't and you're interested in seeing it, new YouTube video. Scroll down, click the link. Or not even the link. Just click the image and it'll redirect you. Drop a like on it. All that shit. I think that's about it, man. Tomorrow's gonna suck. Tomorrow's gonna be fucking terrible. Hi, FCC, you're coming in at a bad time. I'm leaving because I have my doctor's appointment tomorrow for my foot. So, yeah. That's all I got. I'll leave you guys with a couple minutes of ads if my ads even want to work. If not, I'll just end early, but whatever. Leave you guys with some music. Go from there. I'm gonna go chill and get some sleep because I gotta be awake at an ungodly hour. So anyway, I got you guys. Be good to yourself, all that shit. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Join Discord.